Hi guys, just Matt Luxton here. I'm really lucky to have caught up today with Tina, and Tina has been working with me online with the Pirate Trust as well, and we've done a programme. I put together a programme called the Little Black Dress Challenge, and the principle behind it was that everybody donated £10 to the Pirate Trust, and we joined a group, a private group that I created, and everybody in that group then was taking part in the 28-day programme. And what I wanted to do is just quickly catch up with Tina and perhaps find out a little bit more from Tina why she started it, and then ultimately how she got along with the programme, which, believe me, was pretty awesome. So I just want to quickly catch up from the start, really. Maybe Tina, perhaps you'd just like to let everybody know why you, on a personal level, perhaps wanted to start with the programme.
Okay, well, I'm one of these lucky people in my life where I have stayed pretty static at my weight of just under 11 stone, 68, 69 kilos, and been like that pretty much most of my life. All my clothes fit me, but, you know, since having 2 children and it's all got a bit flabby, and thought, you know, early 40s, I need to really think about looking after myself now if I want to have another 40 years. I decided that, you know, we were doing a great thing, raising money for charity, and if we were going to do it with the Pirate Trust and Pirate FM, I needed to be part of it to really sort of support those involved and, yeah, do myself a little bit good. Yeah.
So, off the back of that then, perhaps, like when you start anything new, there's that change that we just talked about earlier. With that change, was there anything that you were fearful of, or perhaps that you were worried about with going into this programme?
Yeah, well, life's busy. 2 young kids.
Very busy.
Husband working away. I find it difficult enough to fit the weekly shopping as opposed to fitting exercise into my day. And I love my exercise. And I was on air and I was coming off air and going for a run because it was like the only thing I could fit into my day with, you know, nights drawing in, so it being dark at night, and not wanting to get a babysitter in to go out just to do some fizz. So I really was concerned about how much time it would take. But it just proved to be the easiest thing to achieve in terms of exercise and diet, because I improvised, and when you do that, yeah, you can get some great results.
So perhaps the fear of obviously not having childcare and not having enough time, mainly there that you said, would you say, like, on the back of perhaps trying other things before, is that where you've got frustrated just because of that? Those things that were your fears initially were because and they became your frustrations as well? Or,
yeah, I think, you know, I've signed up to do a Pilates course before, which was once a week, and it was all right, but it wasn't much fun. And I'd love to go swimming, but I'm always taking the kids to swimming lessons. There's never time for me to do it. And so all those sorts of things were just daily frustrations, and I thought, you know, am I signing up to do something here that I'm just not going to be able to complete? That was my biggest thing, because I don't like doing something half-hearted. No. If I do it, I want to do it properly. So yeah, I was a bit worried about that, but it proved good.
What would you say then? So at the start, like what was it you really wanted from the programme then? Aside from obviously helping everybody else, and
my personal goal was to lose a dress size. I'm not a big size. I'm a 14, but I kind of like to be a 12. It's a mental thing. I don't know how stupid it is, and just to sort of tone up my tummy area. And I was really shocked when I started the programme and did the measurements as to how big my waist was. And I was thinking, crikey, that's as big as my husband's. She's just was like, wow. I had no idea that that's what my measurements were. And so it was just a question of, toning up, really. And
okay. And ultimately then, the results of the programme.
Right, the results, yes. Well, 5.5 inches off my waist. Wow. Which is just phenomenal. An inch off my thighs, my knees, my arms. Just around the hips. In fact, no, I had 2.5 inches off my hips.
2.5 inches off the hips, 5.5 inches off the waist.
Oh, and an inch off my 2 inches off my bust.
Inch around there. Okay. So all in all, then, pretty pleased. I think you said to me you only lost 7 pounds.
I only lost 7 pounds, but it's been consistent weight loss. It's like I've not yo-yoed. I've gone down. And even though I'm not, you know, strictly on the diet anymore, I'm just maintaining the principles. I haven't put the weight on. I'm not craving foods that I haven't had in the past. or I've wanted in the past, like chocolate brownies or what have you, I will have one, but you know, a little one, and actually normally I'd have eaten the whole box. You know, I just don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
So I've learned so much.
Control.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's brilliant. I mean, I think the big thing for me there that Tina mentioned was that, you know, not only has she been able to take part in a programme that's fitted in with her life and a busy schedule. I don't know many people busier than Tina. And not only has she been able to do that, but she's also illustrated that if you lose it the right way, and then you can understand and educate yourself around the principles that are required for health, not only weight loss, you can then also live your life. Okay, you don't have to live like in solitary confinement by doing this. This is just an education around, if you do this, this and this, okay, this is the way that you can actually carry on and live your life and maintain a weight that you're happy with. Because at the end of the day, like I said to Tina earlier, creating happiness is where it boils down to, really. And understanding what it takes to be happy, understanding what makes you happy, will help you a long way in staying on the programme right the way through, as Tina did, and maintaining that. Like, I think it's great that Tina lost 7 pounds, but also lost 5.5 inches off the waist. Shows that her metabolism has stayed high, so we haven't lost, you know, excessive amounts of body weight. You know, if you've got it to lose, you'll lose it. Yeah. But, you know, Tina didn't need to lose that much weight anyway, and she's lost 7 pounds, but lost 5.5 inches off the waist, which is a massive indication of nutrition and efficient exercise, which reduces stress on the body, and ultimately leads to results. And
actually, I would say one thing. I suffered from lower back pain for years, ever since having children. And I started the programme within a week, not a twinge. A month later, feeling really strong. Yeah. Really, yeah, core is really strong. I can pick the kids up who are getting bigger and heavier themselves without, you know, feeling any twinges. That's really, good. Really, it has, you know, overall health in terms of body shape, mass, fat, health, mood. Yeah, really positive. Yeah, good. Right, I think we'll leave it there because Tina's got other stuff she needs to do rather than be talking to me. But thank you very much for taking the time to watch this little video. Thank you. Cool.